Hey guys, we are in Ocean Springs, Mississippi. We just came from a Guns N' Roses concert and we're staying overnight. So while we're in town, we wanted to check out something spooky. So we have come to a cemetery here. It's the William Seymour Cemetery, but local people call it the Rock and Roll Cemetery. And from what I gather online, it sounds like it's called Rock and Roll Cemetery because uh, kids back in the 50s and 60s used to come park out here and listen to rock and roll on the radio or something like that. Uh, but it also involves, and I'll explain in just a second. But another thing, uh, some people say it's called Rock and Roll Cemetery because um, there's supposedly the ghost of a woman in a rocking chair in the cemetery. So I guess that's where they're rocking rock and roll. I don't know. It sounds more like the first option is probably more accurate. That teenagers in the 50s and 60s used to come hang out here and listen to rock and roll. So yeah, what's said to happen is once you enter the cemetery, you go through a gate, and there's a couple of different things that are attached to this. They say that, as I mentioned, that there's the ghost of an old woman in a rocking chair, supposedly in the cemetery, and that sometimes if you go to leave to walk back out the gate you came through, the gate will shut, trying to keep you in. And I also read something about there's a ghost of a lady in white, and I don't know if that's supposed to be the same ghost as like the ghost in the rocking chair, or if that's two different things. I don't know. But there's also some legends about like an albino family that lives in the woods nearby that people have seen out here. So I don't know, but we're gonna go check it out. So come along with us and let's take a stroll through. Alright, so here we are at the Seymour Cemetery, or Rock and Roll Cemetery. Just look at the sign here. I don't see anything on the sign about certain hours or the cemetery being closed after dark or anything like that, so I guess we're good. Property protected by electronic surveillance, that's all good because we're always respectful and don't mess with anything. Spooky, spooky.
At nighttime, yeah.
At nighttime.
But during the day, not as much.
So as you can tell, or at least my voice is rather hoarse for being at a Guns N' Roses concert and singing along with all the songs and having a good time. So all you can see is the fence really, but you can see some trees. But just to give you an idea of the perspective, yeah, the cemetery is pretty much surrounded by woods. You can see I did leave the headlights on our car, pointed toward the cemetery. I'm down for a good spooky environment. I don't mind coming out with the lights out and going through it in dark, except for the light of my phone. Except that my previous videos in cemeteries at night are so dark you can't hardly see anything. So I just decided to keep the headlights on where we can have some video. This old boy ain't scared of the dark. I haven't done a cemetery video in a long time. I haven't done any videos in a good while. But I always point out that if you were to come out here, I always remind everybody, if you do come to check out a cemetery, always be respectful. That's really important to us. Like anytime that we come to a cemetery, we're very respectful. Make sure you watch where you step so that you're not walking on graves. Just always don't leave trash or anything like that. Always be mindful that it's somebody's resting place and the resting place of people's family, So I always mention that, not to preach to the choir or anything like that, but some people just gotta be reminded. You got a bug bothering you?
Yeah.
Who is that? Yeah, she ain't falling for it. This kid don't scare, man. That girl don't scare. She's been going to spooky places with me since she was a lot younger. We go through every haunted house attraction we can get to every October. So, being that we're not from here and we're from out of town, and I'm not really familiar with this location, but if you've stumbled on this video because you looked it up and you've heard of the place or you've been to the place, what are some of your experiences? I'd love to hear back from anybody that's ever had anything spooky happen out here, or if they've heard more about the legend than what I'm aware. I'd like to hear whatever you can share with me, so please don't hesitate to comment. I'd love to hear more about it. But so far I'm not seeing any albino family approaching us, and I haven't seen anybody in a rocking chair. But I guess we're about to head toward the gate, and we'll see if it closes. Headlights on my car went out, but I think it just times out after a little while. I want to get back to it, make sure the battery didn't die. That would be a travesty. Well, gate, now's your chance. I'll close on her, Up. Nothing happened. Oh well. Well, no luck for us, but obviously we didn't stay very long. It's really late. Guns N' Roses played for like 3 hours, and we got to get back to the hotel. But nothing happened for us. But it's always fun to hear a new legend, a new spooky story, and hear about somewhere we hadn't seen before, and go check it out. We just enjoy the experience of seeing it. But yeah, like I said, please, I'd love to hear more about it. So if you got more knowledge about the legend, or you had any experience, please let me know. I'd look forward to hearing from you, and I appreciate y'all hanging out with us and checking the place out with us. Until next time, we'll catch you then.